Thank you. Well done. I now call on Trustee Patty Brennan to present the Peer Jury Scholarship Award.
Actually, this gives me a chance to introduce Brian to all of you, because he has all the information, and I'm the most surprised person in the room.
Good evening. I'm Brian Leverins. I'm the Community Services Administrator for New Trier Township. It's my pleasure to give the Peer Jury Scholarship Award this year. I don't know how many of you are aware of the Peer Jury program. When I became the Community Services Administrator in 1997, I brought forth the idea to our township board and to the local police departments to create a peer jury program, a program where juvenile offenders that are referred by local police departments who have pled guilty and are willing to abide by a decision of a group of their peers come in front of a group of their peers and are given a sentence. They're asked very tough and difficult questions by their peers. The theory being that it's one thing when adults tell you something, that you've made a mistake, that you've committed a crime, that you've violated norms of the community. It's something very different when you hear it from your peers. So with the help of some good volunteers in the community, we got that program started in 1997, and it's been hugely successful. 3 years ago, we decided we'd like to honor a young man or young woman in the peer jury program by presenting them with a scholarship award of $1,500. The difficult part was deciding how we would do that. Well, we now have students who are seniors, who are going on to college, write an essay, they have to submit their transcripts, and we also judge them on the quality of their participation and leadership in the program. This year, this award is being presented to Lauren Miller. Lauren is a student at Loyola. She's going on to Stanford University in the fall. She wrote an excellent essay, which she is going to read to you. Her participation in the program has been exemplary. She's a leader. She brings kids to, she asks good questions of offenders and their parents. She helps juries arrive at a consensus on appropriate sentences, and she's a leader among her peers. So I'd like to invite Lauren Miller to come up here. She presented this award. She will also read her essay, and later on she'll be presented with a $1,500 check for college.
I entered the Village Hall that first Wednesday night of peer jury with trepidation, not knowing what to expect and feeling miles outside of my comfort zone. I expected a hardened, criminal-like teenager to saunter arrogantly into the room. Therefore, my surprise could not have been greater when a small girl, barely a teenager, cautiously entered the room looking just as afraid and uncertain as I was at that moment. I quickly realized that this experience would be just as educational for me as it was for the defendant I was about to question. The night went by in a blur of questioning, determining the defendant's intentions, their exact actions, and whether or not they fully comprehended the consequences of their mistakes. However, by the end of the proceedings, I could not escape the image of that first young girl. I was emotionally spent and questioning my own thoughts of right and wrong, wondering how she and some of the other teenagers could stray so far from the typical path. Fortunately, when the defendants later turned for their check-in hearings, I discovered my disillusionment was not entirely valid. The girl who had caused me to question my naive perspective on life had actually enjoyed her service work and even wrote an insightful letter of apology to those she had harmed. It was then that I realized the true purpose of peer jury, seeing the defendants as equals and giving them an opportunity to make amends for their actions. Her progress had confirmed my belief in achieving justice through rehabilitative means, and empowered me to reach outside of my comfort zone. It allowed me to help my peers in one of their weakest moments, a privilege I never take for granted and treasure as a unique opportunity to give them the second chance we all deserve.